Okay, so someone asked me to talk about the bag that I've been carrying the Avata around in. This is the Mier bag, and it's actually meant to be a lunch bag or a freezer bag. It keeps food warm or cold, so that means that it also has a little bit of waterproofing inside, kind of a plasticky foam thing, and it made a nice case temporarily for the Avata. And you know, I've got a little cleaning cloth built in there as well, tucked in there, I should say. And then in the base, I've got room to store the goggles too. Its battery, a spare battery for the Avata, and a motion controller. So it's a nice in-between kit. There's also a place here where you can put your drone license and some cables and spare propellers. So a pretty nice interim bag, but I was concerned about everything kind of being jumbled in there. And if you wanted to also add a remote controller and a spare battery, another spare battery, you know, it's a bit tight. So I needed something a little bit larger. So I ordered something newer. This is a newer brand bag, coincidentally, and it makes a really nice case. This is meant for a DSLR, but it also works well for the Avata because it has these customizable partitions. There's just Velcro in here, so you can rearrange things and position them however you want. We kind of customize this roughly to fit all the goodies that we want to carry with us. So in here, this doesn't come with it. This was my wife's innovation. We just took some of the foam packaging that came to us with some shipping items, put it in a sock, and it makes a nice little cozy to tuck the motion controller. Then it can sit there next to the Avata without damaging anything, scuffing it up, because you know it's never gonna get scuffed up, right? It's our baby. So the Avata tucks in very nicely there, is well protected. Motion controller sits beside it. There's room for the DJI remote controller. There's room for a couple of spare batteries as well as the one that's in it. There's room for the Goggles 2 and the Goggles 2 battery. And all of these items, most of these items, have a little buffer space of foam underneath that prevents them from rattling around. So you can see the depth of this bag. And if I didn't have that inside, go back to the top. If I didn't have a little buffer inside, that sits down in there. So when it raises up, it would jostle a little bit forward and back. So if you just put a little buffer of some sort in there, some kind of packaging, it could be packaging peanuts or anything, it just keeps it secure. So when the lid's on, you know, it doesn't rattle around too much. So same thing under this battery, under that battery. This is deep enough it doesn't need any buffer space. And then on the other side, there's these little zippers so you can store cables, propellers, charger, you know, everything, all the accessories you might need. You can put your flight license in there, more propellers, more cables, you know, you can never have enough of that. So anyway, and then you put this back up, and it's got some tread on the bottom so you can set it down and it stands upright. It's got this really nice handle here and backpack straps. So it's a really nice kit, and when you put it on, I guess I'll do that. Just kind of sits nicely on your back and your hands free. You know, if you're climbing or you know, pushing your way through bushes, you can do that easily with two hands free. And when you're ready to go, pop down your Avata, unzip, unfold, and everything is easily accessible. You can get started in a hurry. So really nice bag. There's probably plenty of others that are similar, but we like this one. It's the newer camera bag from Newer brand, and I'll put the link in the description.